Okay, Sandy,
Chucky.
we are back. I'm very excited today because today we have our first guest.
Yay!
And a very special guest on a very special day. We have Molly Munson. Molly, I believe it's your birthday today.
It is 39.
Woo! I love it. So,
I wish.
I'm
well,
catching up.
yeah, well, welcome, Molly. So just to give you a very quick introduction, Molly is not only a lifelong friend of Sandy, but after spending a lifetime in education, she launched a new career creating and facilitating joy retreats. So just to get this birthday party started, my opening question to you, Molly, is what is a joy retreat?
Ooh, good question, Charles. Well, when I came up with the concept, my idea was to combine things that I have a passion for, because I believe that if I have a passion for it, it will translate into a good experience for others. I've always loved retreats. I have been a joyful person much of my life and have also worked through a number of issues to open up to more joy in my life. And I love California. So I decided to host a retreat in the state of California, focusing on joy. And I believe that it's very timely because there's not enough joy in our country.
This is
And
your second retreat, I think, in California coming up. You had one
yes,
earlier this year, and you have
correct.
one not far from Venice, out in the Joshua Tree. Is it
Yes,
Palm
yes,
Springs somewhere?
exactly. The high desert area. It's a very spiritual and sacred space that we're having the retreat in.
In October? This is
Yes, end of October. It's a 4-night retreat.
wonderful.
Yes.
And I'm going.
Yes, Sandra's
Yay.
going. Yay.
You know, before hooking up to you today, tuning into you, I was doing some research. There are so many different retreats. There are so many. And when I Googled Joy Retreat, you came up and you're the only one that came up.
Wow. That's
So
fantastic.
tell us a little bit about how your retreat is different from, because when I think of retreat, I usually think of like meditation and silence and
Mhm.
yoga. So tell us a little bit why your joy retreat is different.
Oh, sure. You're right. There are a million retreats with every kind of interest that people have. I've been to mostly spiritual retreats, but I've also been to silence retreats. At one time, I went to a complaint-free retreat where we
Mm.
couldn't complain for 4 days. Um, and so there are many, many types of retreats. But I think joy is something that I guess is just a part of who I am. I've been told that most of my life that I exude joy, and I just believe that people are able to live from a place of joy, and that means practicing gratitude for the things all around them, and it means taking the time to notice, and it means finding the emotional space to allow joy in. So at this joy retreat, we talk about all of the ways to expand our capacity for joy, what joy means to each of us individually. And then we also experience it. I wanted the retreat to be experiential. So
Mm.
at this upcoming retreat, we will be doing a spa day at a really amazing place called Two Bunch Palms. We'll also be taking a hot air balloon ride over Coachella Valley. And I'm pretty sure my business will be done if that hot air balloon crashes. So,
Great.
and then we will be visiting some rescued Mustangs, and interacting with animals because I think that's also a very joyful experience.
Well, you said something about going on the hot air balloon because at first I was like, no, I'm not doing that. But now I'm going to.
All right.
But that's like going on a really scary roller coaster and you
Yeah.
feel so alive. So I think that's
Exactly.
one of the definitions. Because what does joy mean? Happiness,
Yes.
aliveness.
Yes. I find,
Charles.
Well,
Charles? Yeah.
Yeah. What is?
well, what I was actually going to ask is, so is joy something you find within yourself, or is it something that's outside, waiting to meet you somewhere? Would you say?
Well, in my opinion, joy is found within. My belief is that we all have tons of joy inside of us.
Okay.
And that we were born in joy, and as little kids we were joyful, and that there are so many layers of identity that the world has put upon us, and so our ego has covered up a lot of the joy that is naturally us. So I
Mm.
believe that uncovering that, unpacking that, and really aligning with the truth of who we are,
Mm.
which is a joyful being, then from that place we can overflow into the world and spread our joy to
So,
others.
It's contagious, isn't it?
It is contagious. And you know what? There's a lot of things happening now with laughter. So one of the things that we will be doing with at the retreat is laughter yoga, but just laughing. And Sandy and I've done this our whole life, but just laughing, even if you just start laughing and it becomes contagious and it just releases so many good hormones. You feel alive. And so we're gonna do a lot of laughing also.
Okay.
mm.
Okay. I have done that before when I was not in the mood to laugh, and it was really annoying. But it helped.
Yeah,
It helped. It's like smiling when you don't want to smile. It it has an impact on the body, whether or not
exactly.
you can't control it.
Mm.
Yes,
Everybody
that's
tries
right.
smiling.
So when you're facilitating these retreat, you're saying, is this the second retreat you're doing? I understand. Is that correct?
Yes, this is the second one.
So do you actually have a definite program? Is this one, obviously you've got an air balloon ride, but is this one different to the other one? Are you always looking at things in life that could bring out joy or facilitate joy? Are you always wondering what could just be that next thing? Is it like an evolving concept, these retreats?
Ooh, good question. I think it's an evolving concept. I started this idea when I retired from education, and
Mm.
I mainly wanted to do one. Um, but since I did the one, I felt so energized from it, and I think the participants did as well. And I think, when you pay attention to your level of energy, when I think about retreats and planning retreats, my energy is very high and very excited, and that indicates to me it's something that I need to continue to do. So I've recently started working on a third retreat, which will be in June, and that one it will actually be overseas in southern France
Oh,
and
wow.
also in
Wow.
Greece.
Wow.
And
The same
mhm,
retreat. So like
the
the
same
same.
retreat,
Oh, wow. At two
the
different
emphasis,
locations.
yeah, yeah,
Wow.
the
Wow.
emphasis of that one will be I've been reading a lot about, um, or studying quite a bit about Mary Magdalene, and I don't know how
Okay.
familiar you are with that, but
Mm.
Yes.
um, she wrote a gospel and, believes very much in this concept of gnosis that we know within within, we can know God within us, or whatever you would
Mm.
like to call God, love, or highest self. And um, so we were going to go to several sites where she was near the end of her life and talk about that.
I love
And
it.
then
Wow.
we're going to take a little flight down to Crete, which is another, there's a palace of Gnosis down there. It's another place where the Minoan people, who were led by women for the most part, also practice that kind of philosophy. So I'm looking forward to that also. But yeah.
Wow.
That sounds
Wow.
like so
Yeah.
much fun.
I was
Sign me up. I'm going.
well. I was going to say, do you have any other locations planned except for California? Expecting you to say, oh, maybe the East Coast or somewhere. But wow,
Yeah, I
wow.
don't yet. I'm sort of wait and see
Mm.
what comes up, and that has just fairly recently come up. So I
So
don't have anything planned beyond that.
Yeah.
okay. So let's dive a bit deeper on the spirituality then into this retreat. Sandra was talking about meditation. She was talking
Yeah,
about yoga. Um, I know she chants as well.
yeah.
Um, so is there kind of any aspect of that going on in the retreat, or is it just pure fun, as I would describe it?
No, that's a great question, Charles. I, I'm not trying to impose any spirituality or any on any of the participants. Everyone is welcome to come and share what they believe. Um, my main goal is or what I truly believe that is spiritually true is that our essence is God, is
Mm,
love, is joy, and that there is that connection between all of us. Um, and so my main hope is to help participants uncover the essence for themselves and live more from that space as opposed to um, what the world dictates and what we've been told
mm.
is acceptable and not acceptable, but live more from our truth and our essence. And so to get there, there will be some meditation, there will be some yoga, there will be some group discussions, some partner feedback, journaling.
One thing I did actually want to mention, and I've just looked this up, is joy
Yes.
kind of has a different meaning in a religious context, doesn't it? So, like a Christian would
Mhm.
say that joy is like the manifestation of the spirit of your connection to God, for example.
Right.
That makes sense.
I feel like joy is the divinity which is within us. It is our
Yeah.
soul. It comes from that deep place. It's not like happiness is a more, you know,
Fleeting.
fleeting and in the material world, but joy is something that's always inside of us at a very deep level. It's always accessible you know, if we
Mm.
try and get there. Yeah.
So you're like this. So when I was a kid and my parents used to bundle me off to Indiana in the summers, because that's where my dad was from,
Oh.
um, my grandmother once asked me if I knew what joy meant.
Oh.
And, and my grandmother was a God-fearing woman.
Hmm.
Um, and I was just like a 12-year-old and just was like, no, grandma, I don't know what joy means. And she looked at me and went, joy is very simple. It means Jesus first, others next,
Oh.
your, yourself last.
I don't agree
Wow.
with that.
I don't either, but I've never heard that before. It's good,
Yeah,
Grandma. I like
yeah.
that.
Okay,
So
Jesus first, others next. Yourself. No,
yourself last.
I've been
Yeah.
to therapy for a long time to reverse that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you don't need to go to therapy
No,
now. You
people
just go to one of
pleasing.
Molly's
People
retreats for
pleasing.
the
Putting
weekend
others first.
and you're
Yeah.
sorted.
Jay.
Where were they from in Indiana?
South, Scottsburg, which is kind of
Oh.
just, we used to fly into Louisville or Lurville,
Oh,
as they
okay.
would say.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And they were sort of 20 minutes over the
That's
border.
that's definitely some Trumpian territory down there.
Yeah.
It's the heartlands, that's for
It's
sure.
Joy to the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
What
Right.
did you
Well,
think? What did you think when you heard when your grandmother said that?
I don't know, but it stuck with me because it was easy to remember.
Well, do
Jesus,
you believe
others,
that?
yourself, So, but it's funny though, joy, I mean, is joy different to happiness?
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I,
I think
I,
I think people
yeah,
mix the words up though,
I
don't
think
they?
they do.
Mm.
I
Is
think
that what brings you joy?
joy is part of our being, like love. We are a loving being. We are a joyful being. We are a peaceful being. At our very core, that's where joy resides. That's how
Mm.
I feel about it. It's always what maybe, when they say what brings you joy, I don't I would say it would be more like what summons up your joy, or what,
What invokes your joy.
invokes your joy. Yeah,
I like
exactly.
that.
Do you bring everything to the table in the retreat then? Is there like a whole sort of program planned out, or do you have outside helpers come in at all? Or do the participants bring their own ideas as well? How structured is it?
Well, it's pretty structured, because of the experiential part of it. So
Mm,
those are at certain times. Um, but I mainly plan it, but I know that it's the participants bring most of it themselves.
mm,
You
Yeah.
know, I plan a structure, but it's really about who is there in the group. And I do have somebody who I met at a former retreat who was a caterer,
okay.
and she and her mother are coming to this. They're
Mm,
just two of the most joyful people, and they
mm,
Yeah.
they love, love, love cooking and baking and creating, and you could just feel that in the food
Yeah.
that they
mm,
make
You
for
do.
us.
And
Yeah.
I never experienced joy in food to that degree because I felt so nurtured with the food, because it's almost like that what was it? Chocolate. What was the name of that book?
like water for chocolate.
Like Water for
Oh,
Chocolate.
yeah.
Like I
Mm,
felt like when both of them are making their
mm,
delicious food, their joy is
and she's
spilling
crying
into
into the
the
cooking. Yeah,
ingredients.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Yeah.
cooking, and we did a cooking class, and it was so fun.
Yes.
Um,
I remember you came back, Sandra, and you were like, "Right, I'm cooking. I'm going to start
Right.
cooking.
I
I'm going
heard
to."
that.
Yeah.
you heard it. You didn't see it
I,
because it never
No, I
happened.
did not.
I heard it as well. I heard it as well.
It was so fun, though. It
Yeah.
was so
Yeah.
fun. Who knew that granola could taste that good?
Oh,
And,
I know.
one thing I want to point out about your joy retreat that was just so and is so magnificent is, again, a lot of people think you have to yoga your way or meditate your way into finding that peaceful, joyful place.
Yeah.
And a lot of times that's true. However, eating and cooking and being so in the moment, that to me is just like meditating,
Yes.
or doing that kind of focused yoga. And what your retreat offers is we're so in the now.
Mhm.
And it's not like you tell people to put their cell phones away, but it was really nice. Like there were hardly any people on their cell phones, and um, you have a really nice mix of having fun, but also, I wanted to add that a lot of the exercises that we did were based on accepting ourselves
Mm.
as we are. There was one experiment that we did, or lesson, where we had to share with another participant something we were really shameful about.
Yes.
And that
Mhm.
was really, really powerful
Mhm.
because you make yourself so vulnerable, and there's something really healing about bringing something you're really embarrassed about and
Mhm.
sharing it with another person, especially someone that you don't know. And then later you go and you have fun with that person or with the group. And
So with
yeah,
exercises like that, then
Yeah.
you are going to a less joyful place to sort of dig out the answer, but ultimately this is leading to joy.
Well, that's the thing about joy, is that your capacity for joy is equal to your capacity for grief. So the
mm,
more that you carve out, you allow your grief, and that would encompass your shame and whatever, to be a part of you, and to talk to as long as if you stop repressing that, and you allow it to come forth, and you allow it to you share it with other people, and you receive acceptance and love, it alchemizes into
Mm,
joy. It becomes
mm,
joy. So I think we're so afraid of feeling feelings in our society.
Mhm.
And so we repress, and that takes up so much space in us. Um, and
What
yeah,
I was going to say, well, what if you're a bit shy, or a bit cautious or something? Maybe you don't. So say I'm at one of your retreats and I'm quite into the balloon and to the sunsets and to the cooking, but I don't want to sort of dig deep. Is there a certain way you have of getting that out anyway, or are you just very um, aware of people's boundaries and what they do or don't want to share?
Can I answer that?
oh, please, yeah,
Because from my own experience,
yes,
being at your retreat, it's kind of like jumping off a cliff into the water, and you're timid and you're afraid, and then one person does it, and then you're like, I could do it. Another person does it. Another person does it. So I think uh,
Mm,
Molly creates such a safe space that you almost want to.
mm,
You
yeah,
almost want to,
mhm,
you're not,
mhm,
I never felt forced, and I
mm-mm,
get to pick what I want to share. I get
definitely.
to pick what I want to share. So,
Mhm.
and I also think that when you can come from the place of replacing that shyness with, I'm being of service. Like, it's not
mm,
just
Yes.
about me, um, exposing one of my vulnerabilities. It's me taking that step and being vulnerable
Mhm.
that has a ripple effect and encourages the other person to open up and
Yes,
share.
mm,
exactly,
mm,
exactly.
mm,
Safety is the most important thing. So I would never force somebody to, be involved in something that they aren't comfortable with. It's all voluntary.
mm,
What is, I think the more that you put in, the more you'll get out of the retreat, but that's a personal decision for
mm.
people. Yeah.
How big is the retreat? How many people partake
This
in
next one
this?
will be 10 women.
Okay.
And yes,
Is it
from
is it exclusively female, or it's just you just happen to have 10 women?
it is right now, it's exclusively female, but I'm open to it expanding in the
Okay.
future.
When you say right now, is that because okay, you've made a decision that right now I'm just having female participants in my retreat?
Right now, that is what I feel comfortable
Okay.
facilitating. I don't, um, most of the retreats that I've been on have been mostly women.
Yeah.
Um, but that doesn't mean I wouldn't like to expand and include men.
Mm.
I would. It's just, I think it may be a little bit in the future.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? Because if you look at retreats in general, they do. I'm just thinking of people I know who've been on retreats, and there does seem to be quite a clear male female divide. It's like a men's group might go up into the mountains to chop wood or do whatever they do, and
Right.
a group
And,
of women may go
and
out and go in a hot air balloon and have joy. So,
exactly.
yeah. So,
And there will be some women who are just more comfortable sharing, being
mm,
vulnerable with other women. So I would like to make sure and take that into account
Mhm.
too. Yeah.
mm.
Well, on this upcoming retreat, there will be a male involved because we're
There-
staying at Frank Sinatra's old
oh,
Oh,
house.
yes, yes,
So we're going to
yes,
summon
yes.
you're,
Frankie, good old
We
Frankie.
are.
what? Where are you staying?
We are actually staying in Frank Sinatra's old house, which is
Ooh.
Wow.
so cool. It's such an amazing place, and it's going to have great energy. There's a room that is a bar with pictures of him all around it and all of his music. And when we make our dinner, our big Italian dinner on one of the
Mm.
nights, we're going to be singing a lot of Frank Sinatra.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's going to be
We might
fun.
even see him.
Yeah.
We're going to
Yes,
summon him
we are going to summon him.
with
There you
that
go.
Yes,
Ouija board.
absolutely.
So there's the spirituality, the spirit of
Yes,
Frank
yes.
basically coming down. And maybe Sammy Davis Jr. will come and
Yeah, let's the
join
whole
him as
Rat
well.
Pack. Let's bring them. Yes.
Wow. So you have, how many nights is the retreat?
The retreat is 4 nights.
4 nights.
4 nights and 3 full days and 2 sort of half days. And that
Okay.
seems like a pretty good amount of time to both get deep and to have fun and to come out of it feeling like it's a full experience.
Yeah. And so what have you learned from your first retreat that you've taken to this retreat? Is there something, is there some like do's and don'ts, or what's making it even better or more fantastic?
Well, one thing I've learned is it takes a long time to get a group from here to there.
Hmm.
So I
Yeah.
don't think I built in enough time.
Yeah.
And I also received feedback that people would like a little more time to relax. So I think I had overplanned a little bit
Mm.
for the first one, and I'm hoping this one will be a little more relaxing.
I also have to point out, because I know you're talking about, driving from one place to the next. That's
Yes.
something Molly does, and I have to submit my songs, is she creates a playlist. Talk a little bit about that.
Oh gosh, that was so much fun. That was just a thought I had for the first retreat. And I asked people to submit songs, and I just made a playlist. But I think that was one of the most bonding experiences,
It
was
was.
to listen to our music and for everybody to be singing. And uh, I was worried about how much driving there would be in the last retreat because we were seeing a lot of different places, but that was fun. I
Mm.
really I remember that time very fondly.
Yeah, that
Mm.
was really fun.
So
Yeah.
so basically the playlist this time is just like a Rat Pack playlist
Well, we'll
with,
see.
yeah.
I'm asking people to send me, the songs that bring them alive and make them
Mm.
feel alive. Yeah.
Mm. So
And it's
you,
very different for different people, and especially from different generations, which we
Yeah.
will have, which
yeah.
is cool.
Is
Yeah.
you mentioned that you were talking about the cooking earlier. So is all the cooking over the 3, 4 days, is that all in-house, or do people go out as well if they wish, or not really?
That is all pretty much in-house,
Okay.
because we have the 2 caterers. The food that they make is amazing. They will
Yeah.
go buy
So
local
good.
food before the retreat, and, really uh,
Mm.
just to make amazing dishes. Yeah.
Mm.
And great mocktails
Yes, and
or
mocktails.
cocktails, whatever.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. So, we're gonna make it lots of fun with
It def-
food, with all kinds of activities, and just with being together and laughing
Yeah.
as women. It'll
Yeah,
be
wow.
great.
laughing.
Yes.
And essentially everything's done as far as the organization, as far everything's in place, you've just got to get that group of people there now at that
Pretty
time.
much, pretty
Wh-
much. This time we will have people coming from different states, so Illinois and Indiana and Arizona and California, of course. Um, the logistics are a little challenging, just making sure we all meet up at the same time, but
Hmm.
I think we've got a handle on it, and that's part of the fun too.
Wow.
I am,
Getting excited to see people.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Mm.
so excited. I can hear my cat Pickles meowing in the background,
Yeah.
being really annoying.
Pickles.
Uh,
I can't hear
uh,
I
pickles,
think
but I
it's
love
cute.
pickles.
But
yeah.
I love that you're incorporating the horses. How did that even
Yes.
come about?
Well, gosh, that's a good question. I had met somebody on a different retreat who does equine therapy.
Okay.
And
What's equine therapy for people who don't
it's
know?
I don't know a ton about it, but it's basically being with horses and taking care of horses and bonding with horses. And she was just talking about how incredible that experience is and how moving it is for people. And
Mm,
I agree. I think that connection that we have with animals, soul to soul, is
hmm
brings me more joy than almost anything.
Me
And
too.
and
Hear that,
understand.
Pickles?
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
joy and understanding of how things are meant to be.
Mm.
And and animals also teach us how to play and how to
Mm,
have fun
Yeah.
and how to live in the present and, not take ourselves so seriously.
mm. So are you actually riding the horses or just hanging out with the horses?
No, we're
They're
not
wild.
riding. They're wild. They're wild, but
Okay.
we are going to feed them and brush them and talk to them.
I
Yeah,
love that.
welcome them into our little group.
Hold on, they're wild, but they're in a field, or they're just free roaming, or
They're
how does that
kind of
work?
free roaming. Free roaming.
So you hope that they're actually there when you all turn up to see them at that point.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they'll be there. No,
Okay.
they'll be there, and they'll come to us if we have food. So we need carrots.
Okay.
We really
And
need lots of carrots
apples.
and
That's
apples.
good.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll look and
So
see what other kinds of foods they like.
okay,
Mm,
put you in charge of that, Sandra.
yeah. Just raid the kitchen, basically. Raid the caterer's kitchen. That's the
I
way
think
to
they
do
eat
it.
a lot too. So I think we need lots and lots of pounds of
Mm.
carrots and apples.
Did did you have fun leading the last retreat? I know that's a redundant question, but
Yes, I feel I had a great time. And what amazed me is the last retreat was in Sonoma and Napa Valley. That's one of my favorite places to go. I would have wanted to go there anyway, and to bring women there with me and talk about joy and experience joy. I mean, I can't think of anything greater.
Mm.
I was kind of amazed people would want to join me on what I want to do, but they did, and
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Mm,
Yeah.
I liked what you said about finding your joy.
Mhm.
Sometimes we don't know.
Right.
What brings me joy? So I think listening to your body when you're planning the retreat and how you get excited about it versus doing something that you don't really want to do
Right.
and the hesitancy behind it. I'm not talking about making a doctor's appointment, or
Yeah.
doing things that are just you got to do, but
Right.
whatever. These are looking for activities. And so really being aware of your body
Yes.
and how you
Yes.
feel.
Mhm.
Is
And
there any?
you
I was going to say, is there any exercise or body work on on the retreat? Just a quick interjection there.
well,
Yeah.
I think we will talk about knowing what your yes feels like and knowing what your no feels like.
Yeah.
And when you can
Mm,
gain more clarity about that, and sometimes it helps to have somebody else mirror back to you, just when you're talking about something, is your energy high? Is it low? And just becoming more aware of that. And um, it helps for partners to, in the retreat to kind of tell you what they see. But really it's coming down to understanding your own self and what is your yes and what is your no, and trusting that because it's there for a reason. I mean, it's
mm,
Yeah.
it's there to guide you to your highest good, to help you make your contribution in the world, and your contribution is being your fullest self, in my
mm,
opinion, in the world. And so it's really important to listen to that.
mm,
And
mm.
just to answer your question a little bit more, yeah, we did. We had some physical things that we did. I know that we went for like a long walk. We I know you did some hiking, I think.
Yeah.
Uh we didn't we do some sort of dance, yoga or I don't
We
know.
did
We
some
did something.
ecstatic dance
Oh,
a
that
little bit.
was
Yeah.
fun. The
Yeah.
ecstatic dance was really
And we did
fun.
some bubbles. We did
Bubbles.
bubbles where we were blowing
Bubbles?
Oh
bubbles.
yeah, that was
That was
fun.
yeah.
Yeah. But if you want to go running, like Charles, he likes to run,
Yes.
you can go in the
Right.
morning or
Mm.
whenever.
Totally. Oh my
There,
gosh,
there
yes.
is a half an hour free in the morning
Yes, for
in
sure.
the busy agenda,
For sure. Yeah.
or running away from the balloon,
Right.
you know.
Whatever you need to do. Yes.
So good,
Yeah.
good. Well, this has been
Yeah.
good talking to you, Molly. It's
Well, thank you guys. I can't tell you how grateful I am to be your first guest. I know you're going to have so many more, and
And we're going to have you back.
I'd love to
yeah,
come back. And you guys are amazing. I love what you do and the programming that you're providing to people. It's inspirational, educational, and fun.
And
And so thank you
fun.
guys. Thank you guys
Wow.
so much.
And happy
And
birthday.
and hold on.
Thank you.
If people want to get in touch with you or follow you, do you have any kind of social media or a website or something?
I do. It's thejoyretreats.com. It's all
Okay.
one word, thejoyretreats.
All right. Well, I'll put a link. I'll put a link below.
Awesome.
that.
Were you surprised that thejoyretreats.com was available?
Completely. Who would have thought? Yes.
That's
It's
so
amazing. Isn't that great? Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
it
so-
pops up. It's right there.
Very lucky. Yeah.
Mm.
I'm not a tech person, so that was just a bit of a miracle.
Well, I
Yes.
think anyone could benefit, and I'm really excited to go on
I'm
the
excited
next
you're
Joy
going.
retreat with you.
And
And
your
I'm bringing my
mother, too?
mom. Yeah.
It's going to be awesome. Yes, me too. Cannot wait. And Charles, I hope to get you on one in the near future.
Yes. Well, when it becomes male and
Yes.
female, then
Yes.
I'll be there. I'll be
Awesome.
there.
And after this next retreat, I am probably going to start cooking.
Yeah.
Oh, I know you will, Sandra.
Well, you're at a slight
And I
handicap.
can't wait to see what you make.
Yeah. Well, you were at a slight handicap last time because when you got back, my mum just arrived, didn't she? And she's a cook.
Oh, no.
So basically, and our kitchen's not that big, but this time, end of
Okay.
October. All right.
Isn't that great that she'll come back happy, renewed, and wanting to cook? What more can you ask for?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Exactly.
And a miracle.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Well, Molly, you have a good birthday,
Thank you, guys.
rest of the day. And
Love you both. And
yeah.
best of luck in your new adventure here. It's so
and
great.
same to you. Same to you.
Love you.
Thank
Okay, then.
you.
Bye.
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 I
Whatever.
love that you went on a no complaint retreat.
My God, it was
Yeah.
hilarious, dude. We had a bracelet where you had, every time you complained, you had to switch it. And I went with Bill, who was my husband at the time, who was a massive complainer. And he kept switching it back and forth. And there was one time we were driving back in the car and I thought he complained. So I looked at him. I looked at his wrist. And he took it off and he goes, he's like, I'm so done with this. And he threw it out the window.